we got this black locust, about 10 years old. That's a big tree for 10 years old. And then here we are in the swale. This is where we got the posts of the black locust that we then used the draw knife. Now this grass and with these dandelions, last night I was looking at some YouTube videos of uh, Sean and Sasha at Edible Acres just making dandelion wine. They're putting dried elderberries. I was like, these are my type of people. So here we're about to plant some stuff, but garlic is almost ready for harvest. And this is the greenhouse over here. So we're gonna have some mulberries going here. Um, greenhouse is not being used that much except for some annual herbs and starters, which are all looking really healthy. You'll notice we have these mats. These are heat mats. So, you can turn them on and off. Now, you can automate systems like this. Look over here, really interesting timer. So you could have a mister running in your greenhouse and you could time that up for how long you want to go on it. Now, quick pit stop before the berry tour concludes because I want to show y'all the orchard is just in bloom. It's about 20 fruit trees. This is not for commercial production. This is for the family. And I mean, in their house, they just have jars of applesauce and plum butter. And I'm just like, I really want to have jars of everything. Like, people talk about per capita. I want to know mason jars per capita. Like, that is my interest. Okay, so wow, it's so beautiful. Also, I don't know if you can hear the birds. Just so cool. And we are on what once was a hayfield 10, 15 years ago. This whole thing was a hayfield. All these trees. This is starting to look like a forest. Pretty interesting. This is an apricot. We just gave it a good prune. You see there's a bird's nest. Just chilling there. But the chickens are here. Hello, chickens. Hello, chickens. Anybody home? They're chilling right now. So you'll see we're actually grazing these chickens in this fruit orchard. And it's really interesting. We laid down some heaping piles of mulch, straw, wood chips, compost, and then we brought the chickens in here. They've picked through it all. We every day when we give them a little bit of their feed, we choose a different tree to put the feed under, and they pick through it, looking for bugs. It's also really good for pest management because they're eating the bugs and the larvae of those bugs. So they will help a little bit with your pest management, on the trees. But yeah, we have some pear trees, apples, and there's some like perennial herbs planted nearby. But all right, I gotta admit, the berry tour got a little bit off track. This grass, I mean, the sheep are about to come through here too. It's such a beautiful, harmonious system. But now we're back in the other part of the nursery, and yeah, this is really where we have a lot of trees growing, ramping up a little bit. These are the trees we're about to plant. They're just in storage, but look, they're already popping. And then coming over here, we have a whole bunch of willow cuttings that are doing their thing. And these are the research beds. But what I want to show you is these beauties. Oh, first of all, I just love the leaf. It's like, yeah, a lot of the berry leaves are kind of textured like that, kind of ribbed. a little like reflective. Yeah, a little reflective. That's actually like just a smidge, but that's the plant saying, "Hey, human, you can eat me." We built a beautiful relationship with these plants where they get rewarded for being beautiful because we notice them. So here we have a bunch of different varieties of willow. We're doing some experiments on if we can make a medicine out of the willow bark. But really, the main thing going on here is you'll see, first of all, this is tubing from the maple syrup. We are in a forest of sugar maple trees, about 100 all through here. And so there's 9 beds, right? I want to show you. 1, 2, 3, and that's chestnut, black locust, willow. So chestnut, black locust, willow. We have 3 sets of the chestnut, black locust, willow. Same thing here. And the only one that we're actually growing from seed right now is the chestnuts. And we planted about 70 chestnuts per box. Now, these boxes are air pruned boxes. So you can see this is a more clear example. They're elevated off the ground. And then you have a blocker that allows air. And the roots become super dense because when they get to the bottom, they can't grow any farther. So they kind of self prune themselves, which encourages more rooting to be kind of deep, central. Um, and so basically, this is the second set of 3 boxes, and then this is the third set of 3 boxes. And what we're doing here is we're basically testing to see if we inoculate these young trees with microorganisms, if they'll grow faster and have stronger, healthier roots, be more vibrant and vital. So basically, this is through a research grant. It's called IMO, Indigenous Microorganisms. And basically, you can buy like commercially available products that you can put on your young trees. But what we're testing and researching here is if we harvest soil from an area under mature or healthy trees of that species and then populate that, let it feed on rice and brown sugar, and then use that. So imagine going to a mature chestnut tree and you basically bury this box, or you get the soil and bring it back to your local box and you inoculate that and then you feed that to the trees. So basically we're seeing if we feed this basically if we feed the soil microbes from a mature chestnut, will it benefit the conditions for the young chestnut? So we're doing that with chestnut, black locust, and willow. So we're getting it going, but I think one of my biggest crushes right now is on these currants. Currants are a superfood. If you thought blueberries were a superfood, and blueberries are amazing, they're definitely a gateway berry because now I'm onto currants and elderberries and a bunch of other serviceberry and seaberry and so many berries. Super high in antioxidants, just really a health food. This is a medicine. I view this as a medicine, honestly, and I view food as medicine. It's really food as medicine. It's a general medicine. It's a medicine you take every day and what you choose to nourish your body with. So yes, I do pay more for food, but it's kind of a healthcare expense. It's an investment. It's like a healthcare investment that will certainly pay off. Um, so I think Michael Pollan actually said it really well. He said, "Eat less, pay more." So that begs the question: well, what do you pay more for? You pay more for food that's grown in healthy soil with plants that are cared for, and it's natural. There's so much talk about. So it's hard. I think it's hard to know as a consumer what to actually buy. And Steve said to me today, it's like, if you can talk to the person that grew it, That's probably it's probably gonna be good. um, so get to know your farmers, and see what they have. Ask them, request, hey, tell them you're interested in products. If enough people tell a farmer that they're interested in that, it's easier to create a market. So I'm going to sign off here from the nursery. We are busy at work preparing our laying yard. So we are going to be inoculating a couple hundred logs for shiitake growth this year. These are the ones that we already did. And you can see they have the spores in there. And then we use hot wax to seal it. So these are all good. These are from previous years, and we will soak them in a bathtub, and that'll kind of catalyze the fruiting. But you can actually see, this is how you know it's time, it's warming up enough that they're already they're already fruiting. So I hope you find some fruits in your day, and send in love. Peace.